Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the Akim who are tuning into these videos. Alright, so this video is going to be about Bill Gates and how his lies and his witchcrafts and his sorceries aren't working anymore. So he's going to start doing damage control. So I got this video clip right here. He's on the news. And he was talking about like all these conspiracy theories are pretty much they're slowing down his New World Order agenda, which is to vaccinate people and then eventually chip them all. So I'm just going to play this a minute clip of him speaking.
I Trust Subcommittee, and I asked Bill Gates what he makes of social media in this age and the role of the platforms in spreading conspiracies.
Well, definitely when you let people communicate, you have to deal with the fact that certain incorrect things that are very titillating can spread very rapidly compared to the truth. And we've always seen that with vaccines. Any negative thing gets out to people. And the facts about it's safe, it doesn't cause autism, that travels very slowly by comparison. And social media can make that even worse.
Yeah, so he's pretty much just speaking a whole bunch of BS, because he's trying to mitigate the fact that everybody knows about, this devil. He's been on Epstein's Island. He's done a plethora of things. He's related to people who worked on Planned Parenthood. He was a eugenicist since he was born. He was trained up to be this guy right here. But as the Lord is pretty much taking away their power structure, you're seeing their kingdom crumbling. And one of their power structures was this medium. The media, the way that they speak to the masses, so they could subjugate them, and brainwash them. That's not working anymore. Because the scriptures are speaking louder than ever, especially right now in the last days. Like at the top of my head, in Galatians 4:16 it says, "I might therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth." So the truth is out here, and it's not meshing with what this devil is speaking, because all he speaks is lies. So he's going to start mitigating these spreads of truth, trying to slow it down, and pretty much prevent it from ruining their plans. So I got this first precept I wanted to read. This is in Isaiah 47 verse 12. It says, "Stand now with thine enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit it, so be thou mayest prevail." So the Lord's pretty much, forcing their hand, and showing everybody pretty much that this guy is the devil that the Bible speaks of, and you're not supposed to believe in his lies or accept his RFID microchip. Because everything this guy is doing is whatchamacallit. He's pretty much making it an easier avenue to chip everybody. Because he's the guy behind ID 2020. He's the guy who is who pretty much set up the Microsoft computers everywhere, Internet of Things, just so forth and so forth. This guy's the devil. Everybody knows about what he's all about, because you could read in the comments section. Everyone's always gassing him, making fun of him, and bringing out the truth. But ultimately, the elites, they're going to try to mitigate this. As it says in Jeremiah, I'm going to read this first. In Jeremiah 51 verse 8, it says, "Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain, if so she may be healed." So on the internet right now, they're trying to mitigate this and try to prevent any more outbreaks, in the sense of truth outbreaks. Because they don't want people to know about this, because it's going to be harder for them to vaccinate and chip people if this truth is out like this. That's why they got this article here. It says, "You must not do your own research when it comes to science." So I'm going to finish this precept before I get into that article. It says, Jeremiah 51 verse 9, it says, "We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go, everyone into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies." So no matter how much lies this guy is going to put on top of lies, it's not going to slow down the prophecy of them, having their kingdom destroyed and going into slavery. I'll get another precept before I read this one. Because this word right here is what's breaking down these strongholds. This word is pretty much sealing the elect and condemning the wicked, and there's nothing they can do about it. This is a spiritual warfare, and this word is spiritual. So this is 2 Corinthians 13, verse 8. It says, "For we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth." So no matter how many articles they put out, they can't do anything to, nullify or discredit the truth. They could try and pretty much, it'll work on the peons of the world, like stupid people, but it's not going to affect the very elect that the Lord has slaughtered for salvation. So I'm not going to read this whole article because you can pretty much get the gist of what it's about, just by the title. It's posted on Forbes, on July 30th, 2020, Year of Prophecy. But I'm just going to read one paragraph of it. All right, summary right here. It says, even those of us with excellent critical thinking skills and lots of experience trying to dig up the truth behind a variety of claims are lacking one important asset, the scientific expertise necessary to understand any finds or claims in the context of the full state of knowledge of your field. It's part of why scientific consensus is so remarkably valuable. It only exists when the overwhelming majority of qualified professionals all hold the same consistent professional opinion. So it's pretty much saying right here, the scientific expertise necessary to understand any finds or claims. Let's look at the line up ahead of it. It says, the truth behind a variety of claims are lacking one important asset, the scientific expertise. One thing you could bring up is that this guy here, Bill Gates, never went to college. He doesn't have a degree or anything like that. He's just a computer guy. But he's telling you about the ID 2020, the vaccines and everything else. But pretty much what they're saying is what's more important than being smart and a critically thinking person is that you need people with credentials already. The scientific expertise necessary to understand what they find or claim. It's pretty much you got to be juiced in, and be on the same page and step of what the elites are saying. Otherwise, you're not telling the truth according to this world. So I wanted to bring out this precept here because, as we're coming into these last days, you can see it's getting harder and harder for these elites to fulfill their plan. As they're trying to seal their enterprise, but the Lord is throwing wrenches at them, and that's why this prophecy in Revelation 12:12 is going to manifest, because pretty much it's you're either going to have to take the vaccine, the chip, the easy way, not compliant, do as what they say, or you're going to be a person who's going to deny it, and then they're going to come down on you with the sword, with that martial law, to make sure that everybody's on the same page, because with the RFID microchip, as the scriptures say, with the mark of the beast, everyone's got to have it, in order to buy or sell in this system. So as you can see, they're either going to make you take it the easy way, or they're going to make you take it the hard way. So this is Revelation 12, verse 12 says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." So he's going to come down with great wrath because not everybody's believing his BS stories. They'd rather go to the comments section and get the gist of what they're saying. The comment section is just full of gas. He's making fun of this guy, and bringing out the truth. Alright, so that's the end of this video. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash, and Shalom Akim.